Guys, Julio back here again with J Nation with another video. This is going to be a review video, and I'm going to be reviewing, I guess you can call it a mod. It's not really like, you know, a big mod where you're doing like a cold air intake or an exhaust or anything, but it is an important mod and I really do like it. I've had it already for about 5 months now. Some of you may know what it is or not. This is the Vitesse, is I think how you pronounce it, Motorsports throttle controller. As you can see, I have it on an SP6 setting, which it goes from SP0 being a factory setting with the to the gas pedal. The throttle controller is connected directly behind the gas pedal. It's a really easy install, really easy to do yourself. You don't need, you know, any special tools or anything. It's basically just a clip behind. You pull out from behind the gas pedal and you just connect the one that you pulled out into the throttle controller, and then another one that the throttle controller has into the gas pedal itself. So easy to install. In the price, it's $180, and it's not the cheapest thing you can do, but it definitely is not the most expensive when you start comparing it to cold air intakes and, you know, exhaust and turbocharging, all that other stuff and other types of mods. This one is relatively cheap, and it's definitely, I would say, a must-have if you have a 2016 or 17 Camaro V6 or V8. It helps with the dead gap that the gas pedal has, and it basically is when you're stepping on the gas, you'll notice, I don't know, but I definitely have heard in my car, I felt it, is you have to really kind of step on the gas pedal for it to get up and go. With the throttle controller, it kind of eliminates that, and it makes the power a lot more linear. So when you're pressing the gas, it already starts kind of going as you press the gas. I don't know how to describe it. It just makes it a lot smoother. So that's definitely a must-have mod for 2016 17 Camaro, either V6 or V8. And yeah, now I guess the V4 too. I mean V4, the i4s, if you have one of those. And yeah, so 180, easy to install, it's easy to use. It's only comes with 2 buttons. I think they have a newer version of this. It's not like, still works the same. It just, instead of having 2 different buttons on it, from what I've seen, it's just a knob now that you use to control it. And this one, you'll have an A button. The A button is to lower the sensitivity for when you're like in snow and ice mode, so that you're not just spinning your tires like crazy in the snow and ice, so it's not giving it so much power to the gas pedal. And the B button will increase the sensitivity so you don't have to be stepping on the gas pedal as hard for it to get up and go. So I leave it on, as you saw, SP6, which I think is a sweet spot. If you go all the way up to SP9, it makes it a bit touchy, so if you barely kind of step on the gas, it really will start, like, if it'll make it seem like if you were flooring it, and you don't want that while you're driving every time. I mean, I know I don't. So if that's something you want, you can go ahead and do that. So SP0 would be factory settings, and SP9 is as high as it can go. I leave it right in the middle of SP6, and yeah, I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. If you don't have it, I definitely check it out. But my review on it is, it's amazing. I really like it, and yeah, for 180 you can't go wrong. I'm going to show you guys a little bit later. So I'm going to do some 0 to 60 times with it on SP0 setting and SP6 setting, so that you can see the results of that and see if it makes any difference in 0 to 60 times in acceleration. And yeah, we're gonna see, and we're gonna find that out together, actually, because I have never done that before. I've done 0 to 60 times, but I've never tested it back to back with an SP0 setting and then right away doing an SP6 setting. I usually just leave it on SP6 ever since I got it and just do my 0 to 60 runs like that. So yeah, we're gonna see what we get doing a back to back, if there's any change If it's faster, slower, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Alright guys, so that's my product review on it. 2 thumbs up. 180 is one of the best mods you can get for your Camaro, especially when you're just starting and you're just getting it. Definitely approve. Alright, one more thing that I forgot to mention with the Vitesse throttle controller is that I have had it for 5 months now, and I have had no issues. It's actually been more than 5 months, probably I think almost 8. Or well, point is I've had it for a while now, and I have had no issues. I want to make sure people know that. I know people probably wonder, well, like, will you have any issues down the road with it? Or so far, I had no issues at all with the transmission or any of that stuff. Everything's been working just as it should. So yeah, with having it for about 8 months now, yeah, no problems at all. Works great. The car works just as it is. The only difference is that the gas pedal is a lot smoother, and the power seems more linear when I'm stepping on the gas. So yeah, it makes daily driving it a lot more fun. So yeah. Alright guys. Alright, so the first run that I'm going to do is going to be in the SP0 setting, and I do have traction control off. I'm going to take off from a dead start. I'm not going to rev the engine up at all, just from idle all the way to 60. And yeah, I have AC off. It's about 64 degrees outside right now, so I mean it's pretty cold. But yeah, let's see what we get with SP0 setting. And I will be doing one stock. Alright, so on the first run with SP0 setting, I got 5.9 seconds. Now this car stock, they advertise it at 5.1 seconds, but I mean, you're probably never gonna get close to that actual, you know, what the manufacturer says. So I got 5.9 as stock with SP0 setting. I'm going to do another run with SP6 setting just for comparison to see how much of a difference the Vitesse Motorsports throttle controller makes. Alright guys, so for the second run, I am putting it in SP6 setting, where I normally drive in, and which I personally think is the sweet spot where it's best at. So I'm gonna try another 0 to 60 run at SP6 to see how much of a difference it makes, if it makes any difference. We're about to find out together, because I've never actually done a 0 to 60 testing back to back from SP0 to SP6 like this. And yeah, so same thing as the first run. AC's off, traction control is off. I'm gonna just take off straight from idle. I'm not gonna rev up the engine when I take off at all. You'll see that there. And yeah, 64 degrees, same thing. I literally just came right back again from the exact same spot. 3, 2, 1. Actually pretty shocked right now. Alright, so wow, the results are identical. They are legitly the same. 5.9 seconds with SP0 setting and 5.9 in the SP6 setting. So yeah, that's crazy. I actually didn't expect that. I don't know, I kind of thought I would get maybe a 0.2, you know, probably around not point, you know, I'd make a 0.2 difference. So I thought I was gonna get around 5.7 maybe, or something, you know, something better. Even if it would have been by 0.1, I thought, you know, it was gonna be like 5.7, 5.8, maybe 5.6. But as you've seen right there, it literally is the exact same. I mean, I might have to do a couple more test runs just to see what happened there. Maybe, I don't know. I just did the exact same thing though. I mashed on the gas, and on both situations took off from the same spot, same settings, traction control off, you know, AC's off, all that. But yeah, All right, so 5.9 of 5.9. That's crazy.